guys haven't seen them before, everybody sees them on TV, there's different versions. For the most part, a lot of agencies are using the alpha sensor, which is what this one is. The one we use in the field, it's a preliminary alcohol screening test, is what this is. The law enforcement side, we're going to read, it's an admonition that we read, and I'll read it off so you guys can hear what it is. I'm requesting that you take a preliminary alcohol screening test to further assist me in determining whether you are under the influence of alcohol. You may refuse to take this test. However, this is not an implied consent test, and if arrested, you will be required to give a sample of your blood or breath for the purposes of determining the actual alcoholic and or drug content of your body. Okay, remember that required part. You can refuse, and I'll note it, but I'm going to get it anyway.
You will not be arrested.
Now, somebody's going to get arrested today. Absolutely. Okay, so that's what happens at roadside.
But it isn't order.
We put in the mouthpiece, we jot down the temperature that's on this. The reason it shows the temperature is so we know where it starts from. The device works off whatever ambient temperature you're at. It's just so we can determine later on the calibration of the units, whether or not they're working properly. Every agency has them. I'm one of the calibrators for our agency. All of our stuff is calibrated every 7 days. Everything we use is going to be perfect for any kind of court, and you can't say it wasn't within calibration times. Okay, super deep breath. Blow into this until I tell you to stop. Well, keep going. A little harder. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Okay. You're going to blow into this thing until it clicks. This works. You have to blow a lot of air. And the reason you have to blow a lot of air is we want that deep lung air. The stuff that's down deep is where the highest concentration of alcohol is going to be. Again, grab your mouthpiece. We have to let it set in between a little bit. The time limit for using these is 2 minutes in between each test. We give you one, we wait 2 minutes, we give you a second one. What that's used for is to show, number one, whether or not you may be going up or down in your BAC, but also for court later on, your defense attorney can't say, well, my client wasn't drunk, he only did one, his device is messed up. If I do two, and you're within a tenth of each other, or the exact same thing, that takes the argument out of a defense attorney for saying my equipment isn't any good. Like I said, we cover our bases, we're very well trained, we know exactly what we're doing, we gather all of our evidence to the point where you don't have much of a choice other than, more than likely, unless it's one of the serious ones like a death involved, except to plead out and hopefully you don't go to jail. That's pretty much how solid our cases are in court with the equipment and how we do things. You don't really win these things at all.